Alabama's win over USC, one of 12 out-of-conference games for SEC teams over the weekend. They went 6-6. 500 is not a number that normally is associated with SEC football. Pat, what do you make of the first weekend for the SEC in 2016?
Very disappointing for the SEC, no doubt about it. It was not like the usual, bully of the schoolyard. Part of that, I'll give them credit. They played a lot of good teams. I mean, they took on, LSU went and played Wisconsin in the state of Wisconsin. Ole Miss played Florida State in the state of Florida. Alabama played an ostensible quality opponent. Georgia did as well. They played a lot of good games, but still 6-6 is not good. And the biggest problem, Rich, was the offenses looked as bad as they did last year for the most part. Actually, even worse. As of right now, there's no SEC offense that's in the top 45 in the country. It's one game in, small sample size, but this was a league that wasn't that very spectacular on that side of the ball last year and had a lot of question marks as far as quarterback play coming in, and I think most of those question marks are still there and have not been answered. So
in Houston's win over Oklahoma, did Houston cost itself a chance to make the Big 12? Because I'm sure Oklahoma's president and athletic director aren't raising their hand right now saying you want Houston to join the Big 12, Pat.
Yeah, and they cast one of two of the most important votes, them in Texas. But Texas is like, yeah, bring them in. They've already said so, in fact. No, I think they only helped themselves, and I thought they could win. I really did. I think Tom Herman is the truth. I think he's one of those guys that could be the next, Urban Meyer type guy who just everybody can tell how good a coach he is. And if you remember, it's Florida and Notre Dame fighting to get Urban when he was coming from Utah. And there's going to be a fight, I would think, after this year to see who can land Tom Herman. So they are very, very good in Oklahoma for probably the 10th time in the last 12 years or 10 years or so has been overrated.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.